A few of my own leadership philosophies are firstly to have something which there is a lot of clarity in your mind. What is it that you are setting out to do? That's something for me has always been very important. And I find that where I don't have the clarity and don't have the passion, actually I can't drive the change. I can't make it happen. And the moment I lose either the clarity or the passion, then I see that it's time for me to move on, because then how will I take people with me if I don't have that clarity or passion? So that's for me the most fundamental core. The piece was to be able to articulate to others about that. And for me, there are different people, and some can stand on a podium, talk with great passion and charisma and drive people. But for me, it's more about quietly communicating that this is important to me. The way I do it in many cases is by actually doing things, by being in the front line, by actually doing the activities that everybody would do. But at that point, always trying to connect back to the bigger picture as to why I am doing what I am doing, why I am doing it the way I do it. So that is something very important to me. The third thing is to treat everybody as an equal. Okay, very very critical for me, and I expect that others should do the same to me. I can't. I find it very difficult to be in an environment if I am put on a pedestal or treated as something special. Equally, I can't treat even the person who serves tea to me. I want to treat him as somebody who deserves respect and who should be spoken to the right way. What that does for me is that I'm able to connect with people at any level and drive their behavior, drive an action, but also get a lot of inputs from them. So that continuous learning, always knowing that there's something more that you can gain, that is something which again is a very important part of my leadership style. The other important thing that I believe in is taking risks. There are two ways one can play a game. Either a defensive game, that you make sure that your weaknesses are honed upon, protected. You're not let down because of your weakness. That's one approach. Or play to your strength, take those risks, ask for additional work, push the boundaries, look for something new to do. I would rather do the latter than the former. That's been my approach. Having said that, there are times in my life, in my career, when I was small baby, is this that I played to my defensive also. I said, man, now I can only do this. Let me make sure that everybody knows that I'm committed. I'm doing good enough job. I'm not the greatest, but so those times I would like to take that step back and do whatever I need to do. But when I'm in my elements, I like to play to my strengths, to play a little more a riskier game, to push the boundaries, to see how things can be better. And some of the decisions I've taken to either leave my job, start a company, sell a company, start another one, typically are a lot of gut decisions. I felt that now it's time to do this, let's just go do it. Of course, one may say it's wrong, you should analyze more, but each one to our own. But I just felt that there was a moment and there was a strength that I could capitalize on. I just want to go and do it. So those are some of the things that strongly believe.